A lot of you ask me, Albert, like, why do you like living in the 10,000 building? Or why do you like living there and paying, $20,000 in rent? Why? One of my principles is you gotta rent where you live because I just want to be able to move whenever I want. If I want to move tomorrow or next week to New York, to Texas, to Miami, wherever, because I have $1 billion opportunity, or even if I have to leave to Puerto Rico, I'm gonna move. And when I rent here, that gives me that I'm like liquid. I can just liquidate and move anywhere I want. And when you live in a multi-million dollar home, you can't do that because you could do that, but you have to rent it out to somebody for, like, let's just say $20,000 a month, or you rent it for $10,000 a month. When that person stops paying the $10,000, $20,000 a month, then you're gonna have problems because now you have to hire an attorney to evict them. And the California law is so messed up that it could take up to a year for you to evict this person. Bad tenants, just like bad employees, but that's a whole different story. California law protects employees, overprotects them, and overprotects tenants. Anything that's overprotecting is bad. It's bad for your courage, it's bad for your manhood, it's bad for everything. So that's why I rent here, because I want to be able to move it anytime, anywhere, for a business opportunity, for myself and for my family. Now, if you want to buy a house, you have to buy multi-units. You have to buy something that's an asset, like the Ferrari is an asset. Ferrari is an asset because it's a marketing device. The Ferrari gets me attention. The Ferrari puts customers in front of me, people in front of me that turn into money. Ferrari is an asset. A single family home is a liability. Okay? Doesn't produce any income. What I do is, let's say I make a good chunk of money, I go out there and I place it into a multi-unit property that's going to make me money every month. That's an asset. A multi-unit property is not only going to make me money every month, but it's going to appreciate over time. So in 5 years, it'll go up about double. My properties went up. They doubled in 4 years. So, maybe yours takes 6 months. 6 years. Maybe it takes 10 years. Maybe it takes 3 years. You never know. Okay, real estate is like that, but you're going to be making money every month, passive income every month, and your property is going to be appreciating. And not only that, your tenants are going to be paying down your mortgage. So that's why you get your money and you just rent a place. You rent a place because when you rent that place, it's going to give you that liberty to move whenever you want to. Like right now, I could just move out of here. And even though my lease ends in December or January, guess what? I'll just pay it up and move. I'm not committed here. It's not gonna take me a year to evict the tenant. It's not gonna take me years or months to sell my property when the recession happens. Because you know what? We are in a recession and properties are gonna come down in value. So when I'm trying to sell my house and properties are going down every month, I'm losing money. So it's not an asset. An asset is it'll turn into an asset once you sell it and you get the millions out or you get the hundreds of thousands out. Then it becomes an asset. But guess what? Now you're getting taxed on the sell unless you do a 1031 exchange and transfer that money, defer the taxes to a different property. But that's a whole different story now. So you get it. I just want to move out. I want to move whenever I want to move. I don't want to be stuck here for a long time. And I want to get all my money that I make and place it into assets, which are multi-unit apartments. And there's a lot of other great assets in real estate, like commercial properties. Like commercial is great. The billionaire that lives 3 stories above me, he told me about that. We spoke about that. And the reason why I'm not doing it now is because I don't have that experience and that knowledge. But once I get it, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna jump into whatever is gonna give me a bigger payoff. Now, what I mastered is investing in multi-units. That made me a multi-millionaire quick, because if you work a labor job, you're not gonna make, you're never gonna save $2 million, because guess what? Even if you make $250,000 a year, you're gonna spend $250,000 a year. You're not gonna save $200,000 and live off $50,000. You're not. You're gonna get a better car. You're gonna get a better house, and you're gonna spend what you make. Now, what if I tell you that I know how you are able to make $250,000 and spend the $250,000, spend all the money you make pretty much, but still become a multi-millionaire in 4 years, in 5 months, or 5 years, like I did, and become a millionaire, multi-millionaire on autopilot with a side job. I'm going to teach you that at my my driven event. I'm going to teach you how to do that, and you're going to learn a lot of other things. But what if I told you that I can teach you how to become a multi-millionaire in about 4 years through a side job? So whatever job you have, whether it's a $250,000 salary, or a $300,000 salary, or a $150,000 salary, and you want to make all that money and you want to spend all that money, well, I can teach you how to do that. Spend all your money that you make. Get a nice car, get a nice house, spoil your family, but at the same time, just get a little bit of that money, a little bit, and use it as a side job to become a multi-millionaire like I did, by starting with a 4-unit property, and then I got a 3-unit property, vice versa. The other way around. I got 3 units, and I got 4 units, and then we got more units. But in the transcourse of 4.5 years, we, with my wife, made over $2 million on the side, and then we used those 2 million plus, and we invested it, and we made a lot more money